Hello everyone, I'm your host Wanted Worm and welcome back to the channel. So, in preparation for Poppy Playtime coming out on the 30th, I decided to do just a little short game to hopefully fill in the time so you guys aren't starving for content till then. But I found this game on Itch.io called Don't Take This Cat Home. Honestly, it looks really cute, and as an owner of the 4 Furballs of the Apocalypse, I'm really excited to get into this. If you guys are as well, make sure you like and subscribe so you can see new videos whenever they come out, and be sure to ring the bell. If you have any other game recommendations, feel free to leave them down in the comments below or in our Discord server, which is linked in the channel bio. But for now, let's get into the video. Oh, okay, you find a cat on your day off. From there, you decide what happens next, or do you? Okay, trigger warning. Holy shit. Cosmic horror! Oh, yes. Oh my god. Doll animation. I don't like that. Okay, there is an epilepsy warning, so I'm gonna try to be mindful of that. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. YouTube doesn't like that. Blur it out. So, let's get into this. I'm very excited. As you know, I am a cat lover. I currently have a cat in my lap. This is Sandy joining us for the video. You're not having a great day, as usual. Oh lord. You know, my day's been pretty good so far, actually. Oh, great. It's the first time in a while that you felt like going out. Good lord. It's sad already. But in the middle of your walk, it starts to rain. Typical, but maybe this is just a sign that you should have stayed in today? Yeah, you can always try tomorrow. Right? You turn your head to walk home when... Oh, that is the cutest fucking meow! Huh? What was that? There are only a few people around on the street. Makes sense due to the increase of missing people around the area recently. Well, that and the weather. But none of them react to the sound at all. Curiosity guiding your steps, you follow the sound to the entrance of a dark, dingy alleyway. Don't walk down alleys. Don't do that. That's how you get murdered. We don't like that. You timidly enter the alley and walk forward. The ground dampened by the rain makes your steps sound louder and more confident than you actually feel. Oh! Finally, the sound source comes into view in the cold, dim light of the alley. At the end of the alley is a large cardboard box. And a boy! And a cute little guy! Oh my goodness! Is a cat. Huh? Guess that should have been obvious. It's an interesting looking cat. Its bright yellow eyes shine like gold among the dark sea of its black fur. You're so cute. You kind of look like my Sneezy if you were a bit more tortoiseshell. It puts its front paws up on the edge of the box and looks up at you. Yes! I'm taking you home! I don't care what this game says! Shh. So cute. I love this. And it definitely knows it. You've never had much of an opinion one way or another about cats before. That's a lie. I love cats. But if they're all like this one, it's a shock they haven't already found a way to rule the world. On God. They're knocking one thing off at a time. You don't think you'd mind bowing down to a feline overlord. I would not. You look around the alley with a small frown. Who leaves cats in cardboard boxes these days anyway? Wouldn't they just jump out and leave the box eventually? I don't know who abandons cats in general. That is just the cruelest shit ever. The cat doesn't answer you. Obviously. It also doesn't do as you suggest and leave the box. It's just looking at you. As if it's waiting for you to make the next move. You already know what needs to be done. You know what? You reach into the box and pick the cat up, holding it out in front of you. Cradle the baby! Why not? I love it. Oh my goodness, you all are gonna just hear me oohing and ahhing this entire time, but the trigger warnings do not make me feel safe. You're all alone and, well, I'm kind of in the same boat myself, so... You bring the cat close. You didn't realize it was shivering until just then, but it slowly breathes easier as it presses itself into your chest. Ah! Why not stick together, right? At least for a little while. I love cats, oh my god. think a little while will probably be more like a day. You'll be responsible and take it to a shelter tomorrow, but for now, let's get you out of the rain, okay? This is my cat now. We're gonna rule the world together. You stop by a small local pet store for some cat food and head back home. Do you already have a litter box? You better have a litter box. You live in a modest apartment. 1 bedroom, 1 bathroom. 1 you living alone in it. This is so sad. So it feels weird having another living being inside it after so long. Even if it is just a cat. After locking the front door and placing the cat on the floor, you watch it for a moment as it curiously explores its new environment. Oh my gosh! Leaving the feline to its own devices, you set about making both of you some dinner. Okay, you take out the can of cat food and open it with the tab on top. Oh! Put some cat food on the saucer and click your tongue to call the cat over to you. It peeks up at your beckoning and rushes over. It looks at the plate of food. And completely ignores it. Okay, we're picky. We love that. Not hungry, I guess. You try not to let it annoy you. He's just picky! Do you know how many times I've had to deal with a picky cat? The cat doesn't understand the concept of money to appreciate that you spent your hard-earned cash on it. Just a cat after all. I'll just leave it here if you get hungry later, okay? The cat rubs its body against your legs with a purr. You smile. That's enough of a thanks for you. It follows you into the kitchen as you start on your own dinner. You decide that you have enough ingredients for a sandwich. Bread toasted, mayo and mustard spread. No. I hate turkey, and cheese and lettuce perfectly placed. Tomato sliced. Ow. Oh, I cut myself. Okay. You wince as you cut your finger on the knife while slicing a tomato. Stupid. You feel a little embarrassed for such a blunder and sigh, tossing the knife onto the cutting board. You're about to head to the bathroom for a bandage when the cat hops on the counter, sniffs at the knife, and meows almost pointedly at you. Don't worry, I'm alright. It's just a... You watch as the cat starts to lick lightly but enthusiastically on the blood. I see where the trigger warning's coming in now. At your blood. You're so shocked by the time that you come to your senses, the knife has been completely licked clean. Man's efficient. The cat sits back, staring at you. You feel a little uneasy. Sure, cats are meat-eating predators, but that was a little weird. Right? Yes, it is very weird. Sure, you're no cat expert, but that was definitely not something an ordinary cat would do. Correct. I am a cat expert. Me, the real worm, is a cat expert. Right? Maybe... Well, regardless, you're not about to abandon a cat in need while it's still raining outside. Not after all your effort. You were going to take it to the shelter tomorrow anyway. What's one night of awkwardness? Weird or not. It's just a cat. Feed the baby more. The rest of the evening unfortunately goes downhill from there. Oh great. Even after covering up your finger cut with a band-aid, the cat keeps trying to lick at the wound. While you're eating your sandwich. While you're cleaning up the kitchen. While trying to watch TV. This is natural cat behavior. You gently push it away every time, but you're starting to get worried at the strange behavior. What if it gets a taste for blood and thinks you're food now? You're not sure what you'll do if it starts to get more aggressive. Oh no. You keep thinking about the cat food sitting on the counter. Untouched. He hungry! He hungry! Oh, come on, enough already. You shove it away with a little more Hey. You shove it away a little more forcefully this time out of annoyance. You feel bad immediately, but before you can do anything, the cat meows sharply at you and dashes off around the corner and into the hall. You sigh deeply. At this point, you're just worried it's going to take a bite out of you in your sleep. Maybe a vet will have an idea how to calm it down? You can only hope. You don't have many options left other than tossing the cat out into the rain. After finding the number of a local vet, you pick up your landline and... This cat got thumbs. The lights just went out. Great. Just great. The rain must have knocked out the power. No, this fucker found the breaker. Check your cell phone only to find it's out of batteries. That's probably out of battery. Okay. You must have forgotten to charge it before leaving earlier. The outing had been so spur of the moment that it had no doubt messed with your usual routine. You grab a flashlight and turn it on. It's quiet. It's too quiet. Oh god, we're in the back rooms now. Did the rain stop? But then, why did the power go out? You look outside. The sky is pitch black. What time is it? You turn to check the clock. Oh. Let's say kill? Kill, help? Kill, help. Okay, the cat sits on top of your digital clock staring at you. Thinking now, you realize the clock shouldn't be working at all with the power outage, but the numbers are lit up. I'm going completely haywire. The cat stares at you. It's completely still. You'd think it was a statue if you didn't know any better. That's just natural cat behavior. I see this shit all the time. It doesn't give any indication that it's alive. It doesn't blink, it's not even breathing, but its eyes. It's not normal. You're afraid. You want to run, but you're afraid of letting the cat out of your sight. You consider tossing the cat out after all. Hell no, but as soon as the thought enters your mind, you feel a sharp urge to vomit. Ooh. Those eyes, its eyes hold you still. Even with your flashlight trained on it. Its pupils are large, round, inky pits. The flashlight flickers. Oh lord. Uh-oh. And the cat is gone. Fear immediately grips your mind. The silence, punctuated by the rapid pumping of your blood in your heart, is overwritten as your ears slowly pick up the sound of static all around you. How is the clock working with no power? Has an internal battery? You don't know why such a question matters at this moment, but you feel as if having the answer will make sense out of everything that is happening. That order will be restored. But no answer comes to mind. You back away from the clock and feel as if the air itself coils tightly and abruptly in response, like a predator prepared to pounce, but waiting for your next move. But you're afraid to move. You're afraid to even take a breath. But you can't stay still forever, right? Whatever is watching you, you can feel its impatience. It's too eager. You don't know how you know this, but you can sense it as clearly as it had whispered. Ugh! I hated that! That directional audio made me jump and almost toss my cat. Right into your ear. Right into your soul. It won't let you wait it out. Not that you even could if it did. You can't stay here. You have to run. With that thought, a sudden primal instinct awakens within you, making you tear yourself into a hasty burst of movement, of action. But you're still weak from the fear's grip on your mind. Your legs tangle together under you in your haste and you fall to the ground. Oh. A sharp pain explodes in the center of your foot. At first, you think you've broken your ankle, but something warm and wet trickles down the length of your foot, pulling underneath it. The cat just fucking stabbed me! You hear the sound of metal scraping on tile after skidding across the floor as if it had been kicked. Oh my god. Winded from your fall, you look up in a daze and see the object glinting in a strange light coming from outside. The light pouring in from your now open front door. Thoughts of how, when, who, what in regards to your inexplicable open door screech to a halt. as your brain finally identifies the metallic object you've been staring at. It's your kitchen knife. And still tinted red from your earlier blunder, but that's not right. Wasn't it completely licked clean by the... You gulp dryly at the pain in your foot. You barely have time to wonder how the knife ended up on your living room floor to be stepped on, instead of resting on your cutting board in the kitchen where you'd left it. Hi, buddy. You spy something in the darkness just beyond the knife. It spies right back at you. A pair of glowing golden eyes come forward as the cat emerges from the shadows into the light from your doorway. It pads lightly over to the knife as if skipping in delight, and bends over to lap at the blood dripping from the blade. Ah. Your senses slowly begin to overwhelm you. The chill of the air as if it starts to suffocate you under a weight. The sound of your shaky breaths, discordant against the static now piercing your skull. The dryness of your tongue spreading to your throat. Ooh. The incomprehensible sense of the stray you had taken in. Licking away at your kitchen knife, once again completely clean. The scent of blood from the fresh wound on your foot. Blood. The golden eyes slide up to you as if in response to your sudden realization. Blood. You're hurt. Your foot is bleeding. You're bleeding. You're bleeding. The cat barely moves, shoulders twitching as if considering the action of pouncing forward. And I bandage this real quick, and I can just tourniquet my foot. But you're already on your feet and out the door. You run, or rather limp, down the empty street. The sky is black and bleeding red. But there's a strange light emanating from nowhere that casts everywhere else in white. The houses, the trees, the road, even you. Everything. Except your blood. You can just barely glimpse the bloody imprints your injured foot leaves in your wake with every impact it makes with the ground. It hurts. It hurts. But you can't stop. You don't stop. Not when the shadows grow around you. Not when you feel the gaze of eyes all over you. Not when the road ahead of you is darkened with a long shadow of something behind you. Even then you don't stop running, because if that's the cat right there ahead of you, then what in the world is behind you? Ooh. Do I keep running towards the thing that's going to eat me, or look behind me and put my back to it? I'm gonna keep running. Oh no. Huh? Interesting. How very, very interesting. Ending 0. It begins. Oh no, there's multiple endings! How many endings is there? 40! Oh, dear lord. We're gonna be here for a while. Do I continue or do I load? I've never done this before. This is the first, like, digital... Would this be considered a... oh, it's a visual novel. This is the first visual novel I've ever done. You're walking? Right, of course. It's the first time in a while you felt like going out. So do I have different options now if I take the cat home? And you're actually glad that you did it. The weather is absolutely perfect today. Okay, we're gonna ignore all the shit that just happened whenever my cat got me stabbed in the foot. That's a good sign, right? Maybe your luck is finally starting to turn around. You tentatively allow yourself to feel excited for the possibilities of where you could go or what you could do. Maybe even who you could meet. You're so deep in thought that you almost miss it. The baby. Huh? What was that? Curiosity guides your steps. You follow the sounds to the entrance of a lonely alleyway. The sunlight only just managing to reach down in between the tall buildings on either side. You timidly enter the alley and walk forward, the loose gravel and scattered debris on the ground softening your steps. Baby. Finally, the sound source comes into view in the warm, almost ethereal light of the alley. It's not dark and dingy anymore. Interesting. At the end of the alley, in a big cardboard box, sits the boy himself. Is a cat. Huh. Guess that should have been obvious. Oh! Are you blepping or is that your mouth open? It's an interesting looking cat. Its pretty yellow eyes shine like gold amongst the dark sea of its black fur. It puts its front paws up on the edge of the box and looks up at you. Baby. So... You look so... familiar. Okay, that's how this is playing, okay. Right? Baby. How many times could I say baby in this one video? Somebody keep count. Put it in the comments. And then, again, it is a cat. Not many different ways for a standard black cat to look, after all. This baby is adorable. I don't care if he's an eldritch horror. This one sure is a cutie, though. He absolutely is. We're going with he, just because he is the baby. Maybe they are a princess, but I'm going to say this is a boy. Just look. It's not glaring at you or hissing at you for getting this close like any other stray cat have in the past. It's just sitting there patiently, waiting for you to do something. Oh, why are we sad? Well, why not? Alright? Excited boy! You barely reach over your arm before the cat eagerly leaps into them. Oh! It climbs onto your shoulders. It butts its head against your temple, nuzzling against it. I love cats so much. You can't help but smile at the cat's enthusiasm. Let's get you out of here, yeah? On the way home, you briefly consider getting cat food. But that would be a waste of time. You shrug at the odd feeling and move on. You live in a modest apartment. 1 bedroom, 1 bathroom. 1 you living alone in it. Feels weird having another living being inside of it after so long. Even if it is just a cat. What is that? After locking the front door and placing the cat on the floor, you wait for it to walk around and explore the new environment. Is that somebody snoring? But it simply sits and looks up at you expectantly. Do something with the cat. Like what? Play with him! Pet. Play. Poor thing. Poor thing was probably bored stiff sitting in that old box all day. Just watching crowds of people walk by them, ignoring them. You just leave them alone as soon as you're home. Oh, you can't just leave them alone as soon as you're home. A little interspecial socializing. A little interspecies socializing won't kill you, right? Aw, you just want some attention, don't you? You want to play, huh? Yes! Play! What to play, though? Fuck! Excuse me? We're gonna ignore that. If every movie and cartoon involving cats you've watched since childhood is to be believed. then you can deduce with almost absolute certainty that cats freaking love yarn. My cats don't like yarn. I mean, one of my cats, Gypsy, likes yarn balls. Like, I have to make them because the ones that we normally get have, like, styrofoam in the middle, and she crunches the shit out of them. But that's, like, the extent of it. They don't really like yarn. Probably. Okay, you unearth some from an old box in the hallway closet that's filled with knickknacks from various abandoned hobbies. Felt that shit. You consider just handing the ball of bright red yarn over to the cat and supervising from the side. But that would defeat the purpose of playing together, wouldn't it? You cut off a decent length of string from the ball of yarn and go back to the living room. Oh, I'm gonna get clawed the fuck up. Look at the eyes! The cat is resting on the floor. It's not asleep, but it looks up at you as you enter the living room. You feel as if it could doze off right then and there. You'll fix that. Don't like how the music stopped. You smirk a little, confident with your surprise. Uh-oh. You let the piece of yarn dangle just above the floor, pinching between your thumbs and your index finger. Oh. Are we gonna go in crackhead mode? The sudden shift in the cat's demeanor makes your heart start to beat a little faster. Its posture has barely changed at all. Just a subtle shift of the head and ears. A slight tension in the shoulders. The sharpness of its gaze as it locks onto the yarn dangling an inch above the ground. The cat could still pass as almost being relaxed? Calm. Oh, crackhead mode. I hate the heartbeat. And yet the air is thick with eagerness to lunge forward. Oh. That's the opposite of crackhead mode. Waiting for the right moment to strike. Does this player have like a fear of cats or something? You feel like you've just witnessed the awakening of a perfect predator. You're almost afraid of what will happen once you make the first move. But it will be you who makes the first move. You take a deep breath, relax your shoulders, and... Crackhead mode! Yoink! The cat just lunged the instant you wiggled the yarn. But you're faster. It completely misses as you flick your wrist, making the yarn recoil out of its reach like a terrified snake. Having overshot the landing with its eagerness, the cat stumbles and looks around as if shocked at its failed attack. You generously click your tongue to help reorient it. The cat whips its head around at the sound. You're slightly taken aback by the intensity of its stare on the yarn. But you persist. You wiggle the yarn again, encouragingly. And yes, a little tauntingly. This time, the cat anticipates the yarn's upward dodge and leaps up to swipe at it. Oh no. But you're already one step ahead, puppeting the yarn to dance gracefully out of reach once more. Baby. Come on, you can do it. Oh shit. Clicked the wrong button. It's a little condescending, but you can't seem to help it. For some reason, it feels a little good knocking the feline down a peg or two. Aww. What is the music doing? At least it seems to be enjoying itself. You hope, anyway. Keep going. Get it! The cat's movements have gotten more aggressive. It must be getting frustrated. Just give it the yarn! You could have sworn it nearly took a shot at your eye the last time. It had jumped so high and erratically. You've been keeping the yarn in constant motion, afraid to slow down. Your wrist is starting to get tired. The cat doesn't seem to be losing any energy, though. It's like... it's getting faster and faster. Flick. 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 Oh, I got scratched. Your wrist finally cramps sharply, making you lose control of the yarn's motion as the tip of it gently brushes against your stomach. Slash. Ugh. Pain rips low across your torso. Into your torso. Blood pours out of your mouth. In a daze, you look down and see red blooming slowly against the bottom of your shirt, against the tears in the fabric. Cough. I got gutted! Trim this cat's damn claws! Oh, I did get gutted. You watch as long, thick ropes of something, intestines, pour out from under your shirt in a bloody heap on the floor at your feet. Damn! A single red streak of rope still hangs from you, connecting you to all that mess. Are those your... You crumple to the ground and topple onto your side. Your vision has gone blurry, but... Oh god, is the cat gonna start eating my intestines? You can just make out the shape of something small and a deep, inky black as it walks over and inspects you. Oh god, they're your intestines. I literally said that already. Before it starts to giddily roll around in the mass of your bloody insides next to you. Damn, you're mean! Darkness falls over you. The cat sounds happy. Nonsensically, you wonder where the yarn has gone, but there's no need to worry about it. The cat seems content with the next best thing. Ending 11 at the end of your rope. Okay. Okay. So, how is it gonna be different again? Or is it gonna be the same this time? You're walking, of course, right? First time you felt like going out, and you're glad that you did. Okay, the weather's absolutely perfect. That's a good sign. Luck's finally turned around. Okay. Maybe who you can meet. Can I just skip to the... Oh, okay. Okay, I'm gonna skip around a little bit so I can get to different endings. See what we could experience. Okay, take cat home. Skip. We're gonna do something with the cat again. Like what? We've already played this pet. Okay, it's not every day you have access to a cute, fluffy animal. I actually have access to 4 of them. And one that's not fluffy. What else is there to do but pet to your heart's content? You sit on the floor in your living room and click your tongue to call the cat over. I love that one. Oh! Good paps! Good head scritches! The cat dashes over to you, immediately climbing into your lap. Poor thing, you just want some attention, don't you? Alright, alright. You carefully pet the cat. A rub behind the ears, a scratch under the chin, all of the good scritches. A smooth sweep along the back. Good shit, good shit. 10 tens. Good? Yes. Indubitably. And keep petting the cat in your lap, enjoying this bonding time together. Oh. But the cat starts to get restless after a while. Yeah, that's an indication. You gotta let him do his thing. Do something else. Oh. Maybe I should have kept petting. Well, if he's getting restless... It's not every day. I guess keep petting. You're not quite ready to stop. You feel so calm, the repetitive action soothing your unusually overworking mind. Your usually overworking mind. You keep petting. You don't like it! The cat leans away from your next head pat. It's trying to get out of your lap. That's enough! Fuck! I don't want to keep petting it! He doesn't like it! Fuck, let's get the ending, I guess. You deserve that shit. When you're scratching under the cat's chin, it bites at your fingers. As you deserve. You might be bleeding, but it really barely hurts. More of a warning than anything. He don't like it! The cat struggles in your hold. It's watching you closely. I want the ending, though! Keep hitting the cat. Yes! Bite the fuck out of him, chomp. Did he just rip off my finger? The cat bites off your finger. As I deserve in this current situation, just to get a goddamn ending. It hurts. You think? You're definitely bleeding now. You think? But, for some reason, you just can't stop. You don't know what it is. Its fur is so much softer than you realized. You think it would be shining in the faint light of your living room, but it's as if the darkness of the cat's black coat is sucking in all the illumination around it, rendering it completely null. You're drawn to it. Like you're somehow holding a deep dark abyss right in your lap. Seems calmer now, munching on your severed finger. The stump between your thumb and middle finger is leaking. Okay, so pointer. But you keep petting. You fret that your blood will ruin its fur, but the cat no longer seems to mind. Time passes. It's dark out now. As soft as the fur is, your palm is starting to feel raw and damp under the constant friction from your petting. Jesus Christ. You think faintly that maybe you've had enough. You start to lift your hand from the cat. But in a flash, oh no, did I get gutted again? Damn, completely cut the hand off. Okay. Your entire hand is separated from your wrist. It flops onto your lap beside the cat. The cat's claws on its front right paw glisten with crimson liquid. You don't feel it for a moment, but your body tenses, anticipating the pain as you blankly watch the cat lick at the bloody palm of your severed hand. Huh, it hurts. It really, really hurts. Then, the cat looks up at you and you feel compelled to keep petting. You're reluctant, but you're also afraid of what will happen if you don't heed the call. What will you lose next if you try to resist again? You were hurt for your incessant petting earlier, yet now you're being hurt for trying to stop? It defies all logic, but that's what scares you. That's just cats. If you don't want to pet them, they're up in your shit. They're walking on whatever you're doing. But when you want to pet them, you're the like lower than trash, lower than dirt. They don't want anything to do with you. They're looking at you like, oh, how dare you want to pet me? There's no reason for such fickle whims. You feebly try to raise your uninjured hand to pet the cat, but it stiffens, golden eyes glinting dangerously. Well, alright then. Ew, you raise your bleeding stump and resume your petting to the best of your ability. Yeah, this is definitely an eldritch horror of a cat. You pet. Oh. And you bleed. You pet. And you bleed. Oh, I'm taking like Minecraft damage here. You pet. And you bleed. Pet. You. And I fall over dead. Personal boundaries. Yes, I didn't want to do that, but I had to for the ending. Feed the cat. Cat looks hungry, so you decide to feed it. You regret not stopping for food earlier, so you don't have much left. Grocery shopping day is tomorrow, after all. You head to the kitchen and click your tongue, ensuring the cat follows you after you. It leaps nimbly onto the kitchen counter and watches as you search for meal options. Get your ass off the damn counter! Let's see. You find some things you expect. Can of tuna in the pantry. Some leftover meatloaf in the fridge. Why? And, what's that? You realize there's a tightly sealed Tupperware on the bottom shelf of the fridge. What is it, ground meat? You don't recognize it. It's either ground meat or, like, worms. A foul odor is leaking from the container. Oh my god, it's in my intestines from the other ending. Whatever's inside can't be safe for human consumption. You want it? This is like a cat wanting chocolate. The cat seems excited about it, practically salivating over it. Still, you're the caretaker here. You're the one who needs to decide what's best to feed a hungry cat. So is there different endings? So you'll feed it. Is there different endings for the different food? I mean, there's 40 endings here. I mean, give it what he wants, even though it looks foul. Is it really a good idea? He wants it. And I don't know what it is, so he's gonna get it. Fine, I guess if that's what you want. You open the container and... Oh. That actually made me gag a little bit. You can just barely manage to keep from throwing up. That's great. But just barely. The stench is overwhelming. It is clearly moldy. Oh, my cat's meow lined up perfectly with that. My real cat. Hello, Sand. Yeah, give me a minute. You hazard to look at the contents of the container, but... You honestly can't understand what you're supposed to be looking at. Everything is just mashed together and moldy. What exactly everything consists of is a mystery you're more than happy to keep unsolved. Different shapes, different sizes, different textures. Ooh, that sounds like a fucking nightmare. Not the color, though. All of it is the same color. The most unfortunate looking shade of gray you've ever seen. Tinted with a nauseating wet green film over the top. Ugh. Am I supposed to warm it up, or you don't really know how to serve it? Any utensil or plate that touches it is immediately getting thrown away. No exceptions. Your hands are going to be scrubbed with soap and hot water within an inch of their lives after this. You decide against putting this crap in your microwave. You doubt it would smell or taste any better warm. Not wanting to hold it anymore, you shake your head and practically toss the container next to the cat on the counter. Eat up. The cat enthusiastically dives into the toxic-looking sludge, sniffing at it as if it's savoring the scent. You turn to the fridge and close it. You've lost your appetite. You're about to head to the bathroom to wash your hands for an hour or so when... Munch? There's a crunch? What? Why am I getting clawed? Ow! A sharp pain in your foot causes you to stumble. What? You catch yourself on the kitchen sink and look down to see that the tip of your sock is... red? What? The red is still slowly spreading to the rest of your sock. Are you bleeding? You slowly reach down and pull off your sock to see the damage. Oh shit. Your middle toe is gone. It's just gone. Just a stump is left in its place, steadily leaking blood onto the floor. You clumsily step back as if that would help you get away from what you were seeing. The blood trail simply follows your movements. 911? You have to call 911. Phone, where's the... Oh god. Oh lord. Cough? Cough? Gargle. What? Your tongue is... Oh god. What's happening? What is happening to me? How is the gray sludge connected to me? You slowly look over to see the cat still eating, completely unbothered by your suffering. Not bothering to try and stop the blood from dripping from your mouth. You keep watching in a daze as the cat happily chews at the gross piece of... Wait, that's... Look more closely at the mystery food in the cat's jaws. It looks vaguely familiar. Looks like a tongue. Ugh. I'm glad you're enjoying it, because I'm not. Before you can even think to do anything to stop it, the cat dives into the container again and bites into a piece of what looks like a... Oh god. You collapse on the floor, clutching your torso. You writhe around on the blood-streaked tiles, crying. Something inside you just... Blood pours out from deep within you. Whatever that was, felt important. Appendicitis, maybe? And now it's completely gone. It hurts. It hurts so much. Stop, please. You weakly try to reach out to the cat on the counter above you. Your vision blurs from the effort, from the pain, from your tears, from... And I'm dead. Ugh. Ooh. Your eyes. Your eyes! You fall limply back to the floor. You're leaking blood all over. From all over. Your foot, your mouth, your inside, your eye sockets. You can feel your life fading away too. That's fine. If it means not feeling the pain of losing another part of you, then... Hopefully the cat will take its time eating your eyeballs. And give you time to just... You are what you eat. Oh, sweet Lord Jesus. So what if I just gave him tuna? Tuna. Cats like fish, right? Shrugging, you take out the tuna for the cat and the meatloaf for yourself. You put the frankly ominous container back in the fridge. The cat looks a little disappointed. Tough. You'll need to dispose of that weird whatever it is later. You open the tuna and spoon it onto a small saucer. You put the saucer on the kitchen counter next to the cat. You don't think you should encourage it to eat up there, but you figure it'll make up for electing to not feed the toxic goop it wanted. Meh. Cat looks as if it finds the tuna acceptable. You'll take it. Eat up, kitty. As the cat digs into its meal, you're about to heat up the meatloaf in the microwave. While setting the time, you hear... Hiccup! Huh? Oh. Man, gulp that shit down! You turn to see that the plate is completely empty. Well, that was quick. You need to pace yourself. Oh. What the? Is he choking? Oh. What? Bubbles! You watch, baffled, as the cat continues to hiccup, causing little bubbles to float out of its mouth. Okay. That's okay. No, it's not. You can process this. It's not completely out of the realm of what's possible, right? Right? Best not to think too hard about it. Soon enough, the room is completely full of floating bubbles. Oh, buddy. Did you swallow soap too? What happened? The cat releases a final tiny bubble before yawning and laying right down on the counter. Well, glad you enjoyed it. The bubbles haven't left the room or popped. They seem to be pretty resilient. Wait, what? What's that? As one of the bubbles floats closer to you, you see there's actually something inside it. A tiny, furry hairball? Fish! That was a fish furry! This just keeps getting weirder and weirder. Welcome to the club, bro. Still. You can't help but marvel at the impossible wonder in front of you. You lift a hand. Oh, don't pop it! Extend a finger towards the bubble, carefully pressing against the surface. Oh! Furry piranha! What? The fish inside lashes out, viciously sinking its tiny fangs into your finger. It doesn't really hurt that much at first, but then... Oh, they're all biting me. Ah, ow, what the? Pain starts to climb from your finger to the rest of your hand. Oh, they're poisonous? Past your wrist. Could it have been some kind of venom? You fling your arm around in an attempt to dislodge the fish, but... You're gonna pop more bubbles! You accidentally knock your arm against several of the bubbles floating around. More tiny, ravenous fish latch onto your flesh. You stumble back out of pain in a sudden bout of dizziness, only to bump into more bubbles. More fish digging their teeth into your back. Ugh, it hurts. You're getting dizzy. You've got to get out. You deliriously try to stumble out of the kitchen. But the entire room is filled with the deadly bubbles. By the time you collapse to the ground, you absolutely are covered in tiny, angry, biting fish. Your legs, your torso, your arms, your face. The pain is unbearable. You feel it in your skin and your teeth and your eyes and your hair, and it's so consuming that you can't even feel yourself convulsing or crying. You don't black out. Your eyes are still rolled up in your skull as you gasp out your last breath. Fish out of water. These are the weirdest fucking endings! Can I give him meatloaf? You get the feeling that the cat wouldn't be too impressed with anything that came out of a can. But you're not about to feed it whatever the heck that toxic sludge is. So it's settled. The tuna sandwich for you, and the leftover meatloaf for your feline guest. You ignore the cat's disappointed meows as you put the weird container back in the fridge to dispose of later. You warm up the you warm up the microwave in the meatloaf. You warm up the meatloaf in the microwave. You place the now warm meatloaf on a saucer next to the cat on the counter. You don't think you should encourage it to eat up there, but you figure it'll elect not to feed the whatever. The cat looks as if it finds the meatloaf interesting. Works for you. Eat up, kitty. As the cat digs into its meal, you're about to seek for some bread for your tuna sandwich. You're so distracted by your search that you can only barely hear. Splat. Did you knock it off the counter, prick? You turn around to see that the meatloaf has only one, maybe two bites taken out of it. But more alarmingly, it seems to have a red trail of something. It's blood, obviously, leading away from where the cat had been sitting. Off the edge of the counter towards the living room. Is that blood? You jump at the strange noise coming from around the corner. Further into your apartment. You attempt to steel your nerves. Taking a breath, you walk around the corner to head into the living room. Oh! Splat? You step into something warm and wet. Ooh, and red. You resist the urge to vomit and step away from the trail of... You follow the trail into the living room and see that it leads into the hall. Ooh. It's getting louder. It's definitely in the hall. Don't like that. I feel like you can hear your heartbeat. You hope whatever is in the hall can. Your body shakes as you feel yourself step forward. And forward. And forward. And forward. You peek around the corner. Nothing. There's nothing there. But you walk further into the hall and see that the trail leads all the way down to the end of it. But there's nothing there. You don't quite feel relief, but at least plop. Feel something wet and warm drip onto your cheek. Something very warm. You sweep your shaking hand across it and pull it back to see your fingers covered in something. Ooh. What? When did the cat turn into a lion? You look up and see what can only be described as meat. What the fuck? The entire ceiling of the hallway is covered in a thick, undilating, writhing layer of pulsing meat. At its center is a single glowing eyeball frantically rolling around in every direction. Uh-oh. Until it lands squarely on you. Oh, why is it pulsing? Ah! You try to take a step back, desperate to escape the hallway. Desperate to escape this thing. But... oh god. Tendrils! No! I've seen this in anime before! Oh my god, that was a terrible joke. I'm so sorry. Before you can even scream, meaty tendrils shoot out and grab you. Oh no. No! Let me go! They pull you up. And up. Oh. This looks like that, oh, what game is it? Collecta? I've been seeing it on YouTube. Into a pair of slowly opening jaws. And then... I die. I get Five Nights at Freddy's. The movie. If you know, you know. Leftovers. Okay? So we feted everything. What do we want to do next? Okay. So we have pet the cat. We have fed the cat. We could go through all the options of playing with the cat. Meow. The poor thing's bored stiff, sitting in the box, watching crowds of people walk by them, ignoring them. Can't just leave them alone as soon as you're home. Little interspecies socializing. Yeah, you want some attention, you want to play. Okay then, what to play though? Okay, yarn. Laser pointer? Cats are curious creatures by nature. Yes, they are. They're also natural hunters, sort of. They're extremely natural hunters. I have a cat that likes to kill, quote unquote, her mouse toys and then leave them in the food bowl. She is not a feral cat. Why not pass the time by letting the cat hunt after something it'll never quite understand? Sounds a bit mean when you think of it that way. But it's not like the cat will know anyway. Ignorance is bliss, or so they say. So you dig out your old laser pointer from your long-gone dreaded days of group presentations in school. Yes. You flip it open and see that even after all this time, the batteries still work. Hey. You get a little kick out of aiming it at the mirror hanging in the living room as it reflects off the glass. Make a little red dot appear on your knee. Don't do that! Don't do that! The cat cautiously walks over, stopping every few steps to cast a look of suspicion at you. When it finally reaches you, it gently presses a paw to your knee, and then proceeds to rip your kneecap out, like it's trying to catch the red dot as casually as possible. You manage to hold back a chuckle, not that it really matters. The cat isn't paying attention to you at all, entirely focused on the light now resting on top of its paw. Hee hee. You move the light a little higher above your knee. Oh god. Don't get yourself castrated, dumbass. The cat reacts immediately, trying to pin the light down. But in the next second, you've already moved it to the floor. Oh, the cat jerkily follows, attempting a more energetic pounce when you shift the red dot. Over here. Over there. And over there. By the couch. Oh, good pounce. On the couch. Meow. Hee hee. The cat might be ignoring you, but you're certainly enjoying yourself. It's been a while since you've laughed this much. You've laughed so much, in fact. that you accidentally shift the red dot onto the lamp beside the couch. Oh! Are you okay? In its haste to get the light, the cat leaps into the lamp, sending them both to the ground. Are you okay? Oh my gosh. Oh. The cat stands in the middle of the former lamp's broken shards. Back hunched, its head whipping around back and forth as if in a panic. It's okay. You quickly turn off the laser pointer and rush over. I'm so sorry. Are you okay? Are you hurt? You reach down to, well, he's a little scared right now, so maybe just talk to him. You reach down to pick up the cat and check it for any injuries when... Yep, he's pissed. Slash. Ow, hey! The cat swipes at you, claws extended. It backs up and twitches away, making frantic half-turns in various directions as if looking for something. Or waiting for something to appear. Oh geez, that really hurt, you know? You hold the hand with the scratch close to your chest. It's bleeding, but it's not too big. You're more annoyed than anything, but... Oh, fuck! Immediately your annoyance starts to bleed into concern. He wants the laser! You watch in shock as the cat starts to run around, tearing at the carpet, the sofa, your armchair. You want to stop it, but you're afraid of getting in the middle of its rampage. You consider calling a vet for advice on how to calm it down, but for some reason, you feel like that wouldn't be a good idea. What happened to you? Is it... An idea comes to you, or rather a realization. You grasp the laser pointer, aiming it safely away towards the floor in the middle of the living room, thinking, hoping, that the cat would calm down if it found what it was looking for. You turn on the laser pointer. Uh-oh. The cat's reaction is immediate. Oh my god. You screwed up. In the span of mere seconds, you watch as the cat spies the red dot from its perch on the shredded armchair. Leaps high into the air. And transforms into a goddamn lion. And slams down onto the dot on the floor with a weight and force that shakes the entire apartment. Maybe even the whole building. You wonder dazedly how none of the other tenants have rushed over to complain about the noise. Yet you stare at the sight in front of you. Oh! The cat has somehow grown in size. Eyes bulging and glowing. Tail thrashing. Teeth enlarged, bared and covered. Alarmingly, in a foaming froth. Its giant claws rip and shred through the carpet, through the floor tiles, and even below them. Ravenous trying to get at the red dot. Your hands are shaking. You don't know what to do, you feel trapped, you have to get away. Get it away from you. Ah, here we go, we have an idea. You slowly back towards the door. The light moves with you. Instinctively, you flick the light away, this way and that, the cat stampeding after it. So fast. Smashes through the TV, breaking the couch in half. Too fast. Bulldozing through the wall into the hallway. Damn you, a big bitch. A chance. You turn, intending to bolt out the door and never come back. But in your haste, you forget something. You forget several somethings. You forget the laser pointer, gripped like a lifeline in your hand. You forget the mirror, still miraculously hanging on to the wall next to the hallway. The laser reflecting off of it, putting a small glowing red dot on the back of your head. And as you reach the door, uh-oh, I'm dead. You forget that it's locked. Hi, buddy. Yeah. You don't even have the chance to turn around before the cat lunges all the way across the room at you. And claws me to bits. You're torn to shreds before you can even blink. Targeted. Okay, so how many... We've gotten 7 endings so far. Petting, all the food, laser. Okay, so we gotta do... Hide and seek! Hide and seek with a cat? How about hide and seek? Hmm? You're not quite sure how this is going to work? Can a cat even understand the concept of a game? Let alone one with rules like hide and seek? Here, just... You pick up the cat and turn them away from you before hiding behind the armchair. You're almost certain the cat would have turned and looked while you were hiding. Out of confusion, at least, if nothing else. Look at him! Meow. Regardless, a few moments later, the cat cautiously peeks around the armchair at you, eyes curious. Okay, you smile and scoop it up, holding it out in front of you. You found me! You win! The cat looks confused, but pleased at your praise. This time, you put it on the armchair so it can't see your hiding spot as easily. You dash over to the kitchen, hiding behind the counter. It takes a little longer this time for the cat to find you. This time, when it does, it startles you by hopping down onto your lap from the countertop above. Woo! You found me again! Okay, you win. You reward it with little scratches behind the ear and under the chin as it leans into your touch. Good shit. Okay, why don't you give it a try? You go and stand in the middle of the living room. The cat follows you. You make a show of covering your eyes and turning around. Okay. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. You turn around and see that the cat is gone. You sure catch on quick. There aren't many places available in your apartment for someone your size to hide. But without the opposable thumbs needed to open the closed doors in the hall, the cat will have its limits too. Fair game. Okay, where to look? So we were in the living room. He couldn't have gone down the hallway because there's all the doors. Let's go check. I guess we'll check in the living room because there's like the couches and shit. You look behind the couch in the armchair. And then under the coffee table. Nothing. The living room is pretty sparse when it comes to furniture after all. Okay, we'll go to the kitchen next. You peek around the counter. Grab a chair and check on top of the fridge. You even open the cupboards along the floor just in case the cat managed to squeeze inside. Nothing. You decide that's for the best. The kitchen is for making food, not playing games. You also hid in the kitchen. Shut up! Okay, hallway then. You peek around the corner into the hall. Nothing. You're not sure what you're expecting. With all the doors closed. Nowhere in the hall for the cat to hide. You can't find the cat anywhere. You start to get a little worried when you hear a soft sound coming from the hall. It was just there. You head to the hall and listen again. Aw, got in a door. Sounds like it's coming from your bedroom, but... You walk down the hall to your room and gingerly open the door. Gah! The cat trots out and runs around your legs and meows insistently. It looks disappointed somehow? Perhaps your apparent subpar seeking skills? But you lift the cat into your arms and look at your bedroom door. How did you get into my room? I have my ways, is what that translated to. You know the door was closed. Right? The cat wiggles out of your hold and runs out of the hall. He wants to play again! Oh my goodness! You follow to see it sitting in the middle of the living room. Upon seeing you, the cat promptly turns around. This is so cute. Guess it wants to take its turn seeking? You're about to indulge it by hiding around the counter again when... Uh-oh. The light... Did the power go out? Darn it. As you wait for your eyes to adjust to the darkness. What the fuck? You notice the cat hasn't moved an inch. Was it scared? Hey, are you... I don't like the sound of my heartbeat. Hello, Sandy, once again. Come to join me. What? For some reason, your heart started beating faster. You consider going over to the cat, but when you do... the thought makes you feel... Oh, don't like that. I wonder if there's something in that. You feel your life is in danger. You need to hide. Now. Okay, get out of the apartment? Oh, fuck. Okay, you look at the door and see several more locks over than when you know you have. You peek at the cat, it doesn't look at you, but feel a wave of disappointment practically pouring from it into you. It feels almost like a warning, okay? You back away from the door, feeling slowly subsided, breathe again. There's no getting out then, you need to hide. Okay. Hide in hallway closet. Okay, you quietly slip into the hallway closet. The door won't close because of a heavy box now blocking it after you squeeze inside. You try to move further, but the cat might hear it. That's it. If it hasn't heard you already, that won't work. You need to hide somewhere else. Hurry. Okay. Hide in the bathroom. Okay, you quietly rush to the bathroom and click. It's locked. Okay. You freeze upon how much door... listening. Silence coming from the living room is heavier than before. Restless. Some miracle. Open the door. No good. Okay. Behind the armchair. No, it's too close. We'll find you immediately. Bedroom. Okay, quietly rush to the bedroom, closing the door behind you. The only place to hide in your bedroom is your closet. Okay, hide in the closet. Okay, you lock the door as quietly as you can before lunging into the closet and sliding the door shut. As soon as you secure yourself inside the closet, there's a sudden shift throughout the entire apartment. As if something can sense you're as ready as you'll ever be. As if it can sense that you're ready to be hunted. A horrible chill runs down your spine as you realize what this game has become. This isn't a simple game of hide and seek anymore. This is being hunted by a predator as prey. It never really mattered where you chose to hide, did it? And I will have you know, I tried like 6 different things and nothing worked. Oh. As if in answer to your question, you hear a loud slam on the bedroom door. You just managed to hold back from making a startled noise at the sound. Uh-oh. Housekeeping! Your heart rate kicks up again, making it hard to breathe quietly, hard to breathe in general. Tears fill your eyes as you cover your panting mouth with your shaking hands. It knows. It knows. Crying with your hands over your mouth, trying to smother the choked sounds leaking out of you. You slide down the wall at the back of your closet into a heap on the floor. I'm glad that wasn't directional audio. Did the bitch just come through the window? You flinch harshly at the sound being ripped off of its hinges. Following a loud crash against the wall on the other side of the room, like the door had been blown away. The silence that follows is almost too much to bear. You can't. Oh my god. A single sob escapes through your nose. You squeeze your eyes shut in defeat at how loud it sounds in the quiet of the room. Not much point in hiding it anymore, anyway, is there? You instinctively put whatever energy you have into listening for footsteps, even if you emotionally shut down. But you hear nothing. 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 Then... Is that the closet door opening? Something slides open the closet door. You've curled in onto yourself. Knees up, back curved forward, head down, mouth covered, eyes shut tight, so tight it hurts. You don't want to look. You don't want to look. But that's what it's waiting for. It won't end you without this final act of cruelty. Of making you look at it before it takes your life. So cruel. You just want this to be over. So, you open your eyes. I'm waiting for a jump scare. Alright, buddy, you see something glaring in at you from the darkness beyond the closet door. It looks disappointed. In the moment before you draw your last breath, you almost consider apologizing for being such unworthy prey. Guess your hiding skills were just as subpar as your seeking skills. Can I hide better? Disappointing prey. Okay. I think we've done all the play options. On second thought, I guess we'll clean the cat? See how well this goes? Upon giving it a second look, you realize the cat isn't exactly clean. Not surprising, since up until you brought it home, it's been sitting in a dirty old box. In an alley full of scattered garbage. For who knows how long. You've heard that cats can keep themselves clean. But maybe this is one of those times that a little human help couldn't hurt? You walk into the bathroom and set things up, trying to remember how to wash a cat. It's not that hard! I do it for 4 of them! You're definitely no expert, but you think the best way to get a cat clean would be... carefully. You think careful is the way to go. Cats aren't exactly fond of water, but you doubt it'll be a fan of an excessive amount of it. So you pick the cat up and place it gently in the sink before turning on the water. You didn't fill the sink up beforehand? Eh, you don't like that. The cat is startled, but ultimately doesn't try to run away. Shocking. Nice. Clean kitty! You lather your hands with some soap and carefully give the cat a thorough half-scrub, half-massage. After a few minutes, you rinse the cat completely and gather it up in a blanket? Drying it? What about a towel? Get a towel? Then you take a brush and carefully run it through the cat's fur. The cat seems like it's in heaven as you brush it. Some hairs are sticking to you, but you don't mind. In fact, quite a lot of fur is sticking to you. Try to brush it away, but it won't come off. Guess you're up next for a bath yourself. Is this cat naked now? Try to ignore the fur and finish the cat quickly, but more fur keeps sticking to you. Your hands, your arms. Before you realize it, they're covered in fur that won't come off. It's thick enough that you try to yank it off, but... Ow, what? Pain lances through the spot you tugged at. Upon closer inspection, you see that the hair is growing. Growing out of you. Ah. You can actually feel it now. Whoa. Fur growing out of your back, your neck, your face, your eyes. Ugh. No, isn't there a condition like that? Or was that, no, that was, there isn't a condition like that. It's from, what is it from? Home Safety Hotline. The one, bacteria where it covers you completely in white hair. I can't remember the exact name of it, but I remember that. Your tongue. Ugh. Even growing inside your throat. You technically already have hair in your throat. They're little cilia. As you collapse and start to choke on the thickening hair in your esophagus, the cat leans up to lap at the fur growing on your forehead. Grooming your hair as thoroughly as you did for it earlier, that's kinda cute, despite how horrific this is. You think it'd be sweet if you weren't currently losing air. Still, feels nice at least, to be looked after and cared for in some way. Even if it's for a little while longer. The cat's careful grooming is the last thing you feel before you're no longer able to breathe. Self-care buddies, hey! Quickly. Okay, cats don't like water, you think? So a quick wash would be the way to go, right? You decide to do everything at once, filling up the tub deep with soapy, bubbly, warm water. A quick dunk in there, a short scrubbing there, then rinse and dry. That is not how you properly bath a cat, but okay. The cat won't even know what hit it before everything's over. You open the door and click your tongue, beckoning the cat inside. It quickly scampers in, curious of the newly available setting. You close the door so it won't be able to run out and make a mess of the apartment. Steeling yourself, you roll up your sleeves. That cat is like, what the fuck is happening? You lift up the cat and carry it over to the tub. Your plan already compromised as the cat starts to struggle in your hold. You probably should have held it so it couldn't see the water. Yeah, you deserve that. Ow, ow, hey! It scratches at your arms. You know it wouldn't be happy about the water. But you don't think it would be this erratic. Still, as mad as it'll be at you for a little while, you know it's for the best. I'm about to get fucked up here. A deep scratch in your bicep startles you, making you drop the cat into the tub. Oh no, I'm about to get clawed the fuck up. Shoot, kitty! The cat doesn't re-emerge, hissing and yowling like you thought it would. You rush over and dunk your arms into the soapy surface, searching for the cat. As if it... What if it bumped its head and blacked out? It would drown. But you don't find the cat. Instead... Oh my god, he was a bath bomb. What the? You watch as the water starts to darken. At first, you think it's just dirt from the cat and feel a little vindicated about your decision, but the water darkens further and further. Until it looks like you filled your tub with black ink rather than water. Even the soap bubbles are translucent obsidian now. This is... Something's not right. Really? What gave you that indication? And as soon as you have this thought... Whoa. You just felt something tugging you from under the water? What? You try to pull away, but your arm won't budge. Oh, now I understand. Whatever it is, it pulls you closer to the water. You try to use your free hand to release the drain plug. But when you dunk your other arm into the water without thinking, it's grabbed too. Oh, excuse me. Both hands are strained, you can't get any leverage to force yourself free. Help! Splash. You're dragged into the murky waters of the tub. You're dragged down, and down, and down further still. Much further than it should be possible for your bathtub. You can't breathe. You think you can't see either, but as you draw your final breath, you think you can see what has pulled you down. Something resting deep, deep below. Something waiting. For you. Bath hater. That's funny. I don't think there's anything else I can do with cat. Because I petted cat, I have fed the cat, played with cat, cleaned the cat. So I have to leave the cat alone now? I don't want to do that though. Do something alone? Like what? We'll start at the top. Clean the apartment. You decide that even if it's your day off, that doesn't mean you can be completely unproductive. Shut up. Shut up. You can be totally, completely unproductive, and that can still be a productive day, because you know why? You're working on yourself. You know that you have a guest and all, but you really shouldn't put off your chores. Best to get them done while you're in the mood to do so. So for now, you get dressed, roll up your sleeves, and get to work on cleaning the apartment. I now have 2 cats who have joined me. At least, you try to. Can you please get your tail out of my face? You sweep the living room. Why would you sweep carpet? You wipe the countertop. Okay, you don't make your bed, but who exactly does that anyway? I make my bed, occasionally. I mean, I'm gonna sleep in it anyway, so it doesn't matter. Still. You notice that no matter how much you clean up, you keep finding more messes than when you started. That's having cats. Literally having cats. You peek over at the cat. You suspect that might be the culprit behind this mystery. But every time you rush to check on it or catch it in the act, you find it napping in the living room. You keep cleaning, but the cat... Good lord! Or something. Keeps leaving more and more messes in its wake. Keep cleaning? You keep cleaning, but there's just more mess? And more? And more? And when you finally stop and look around you... What the fuck? This is a different background. You don't even recognize your home anymore. Hello, Sneeze. Sorry if you hear shit brushing against my mic. My cat has come to love. There's piles of junk everywhere. Do you even own this much stuff? Don't you remember ever buying or receiving most of it? The piles tower over you. Excuse you, Miss Tail and Face. You feel claustrophobic. The stench of garbage is overwhelming, despite your hands feeling raw from all the cleaner fluid you've been using. Your eyes still burn from the bleach. You need some air. You need to get out of here. Oh lord. You hear a crash and see a teacup you certainly don't own smashed on the floor. Oh. Cat type shit! Cat type shit! Okay, you look up and see the cat perched on a teetering pile of china and kitchen appliances. It carefully nudges another teacup from the pile, sending it careening to the ground, but you don't even flinch as it shatters. Instead, you start to chuckle. Suddenly you're laughing. It's so hilarious. That tears start running down your face. I knew it was you. You did this, didn't you? You pick up the largest piece of ceramic from the broken teacup. Didn't you? No! And throw it at the cat. The cat dodges by leaping off of the pile. Don't throw shit at your cat, fucker. The pile sways and falls on top of me. It sways. It's falling. It falls towards you. I deserve that shit. This character deserves that shit. You can't move. You're buried. The pile fell on top of you. Broken shards of fine china and sharp utensils are piercing your skin, your organs. Your bones feel loose and limp, crushed under the heavy appliances. Warm liquid pools under you. With the last of your strength, you listen as the cat pads over to you before laying down and purring sleepily. Yeah. That nap sounds pretty good. Ending 1? Okay. Catch cat in the act. How are you supposed to finish cleaning up if this little imp is making a menace of itself? No. You know the cat is the culprit. You consider locking it up in the bathroom, at least you can clean the rest of the apartment. But it doesn't seem fair when you don't actually have any proof. You need to investigate this further. You need proof. Not just for the sake of your sanity, but more importantly, the sake of cleanliness. You start to clean again and peek behind you, catching mere glimpses of a paw here or a tail there. But as with earlier, you rush back to the living room and the cat is still sleeping. Okay, you want to play, cat? Then let's play. This time, you decide to lay a trap, one your feline friend won't be able to resist. You tackle the kitchen island counter and give it the works. It's glistening by the time you're done. It's so clean. You drop kick anyone who even thought of eating off of it. The perfect trap for your cleaning saboteur. You whistle innocently as you exit the room and hide around the corner of the entryway to the hall. From the angle you're at, you have a perfect view of the cat and the island counter. There's no way you won't catch the culprit in the act now. If it really isn't the cat, maybe you'll give it a treat as an apology for your suspicions? As you deliberate if you should stop by the grocery store to get some fish, the cat starts to shift. Its back that was raising and falling evenly moments ago. Oh. Is now rippling with small tremors like an agitated wave of black sea. It's shuddering. What the fuck? It's bubbling. It's bulging. Ah! Multiple cats. What the hell? You gape in disbelief as another cat bursts out of the still sleeping feline you had taken home with you. You're fairly certain that's not how cats give birth. I can confirm that is not how cats give birth. Cats do not mitosis into another cat. But more importantly, you watch cat number 2 shake itself off before leaping onto the kitchen counter, rolling around on top of it and leaving fur and grime in its wake. Probably should have given it a bath earlier. You feel like your mind is lagging behind the reality of discovery you've made, but you don't seem capable of thinking beyond small observations. For example, though the hows and whys of what you're witnessing elude you, the more pertinent question that strikes you is that if the original cat is still sleeping, and the clone cat is busy making yet another mess, then where are all the other clones? Oh, crackhead mode. Suddenly, the 2 cats look directly at you in perfect unison. Their eyes pin you in the spot with their intensity. But you realize that the familiar sinking feeling of being watched from behind. That they're not the only ones looking at you. You slowly turn around. Oh! The meows, that's so funny. Packed in the hall behind you from floor to ceiling is a living, breathing, writhing wall of cats. Of clones, all piled on top of each other. The glowing golden eyes of every cat in the wall of pure black fur. Every single eye is trained on you. Out of fear and a sheer desperate need to distance yourself from this blight on reality and order, you take a single step back, and are then careened over by millions of clones. And in response, the wall just breaks. The cats all stampede over you. I don't think getting stampeded by cats would be that damn bad. They're not that heavy. It'd be kind of cute If their soft paws weren't hiding claws as sharp as knives. Okay. Try to protect yourself. But there's just too many of them. Blood leaks steadily from your scratches. You feel dizzy. With what little strength you have, you turn your head and watch as the cats tear through carpet and upholstery, knock over vases and dishes and lamps, claw at the walls. It's going to take forever to clean this up, you think. Maybe you'll tackle it again, all again later, right after you take a short nap. With an annoyed sigh, you breathe your last breath. Double trouble. Okay, let's do... What happened? Oh? I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm just so tired of everything. Not you, never you. But I couldn't be the person you deserve, could never hope to be. You were so amazing, smart, and talented and independent. You shined. But in comparison, damn it. So stupid. So worthless. But when it approached me, it didn't tell me that it wanted me. It needed me. Maybe that's what I wanted all along. Wanting can be so fleeting, but to be needed? There's nothing I wouldn't give to have someone tell me that I matter to them. That they needed me. You're walking. Right, of course. We're not gonna talk about the shit that just happened. I feel like I need to, before I continue, I feel like I need to address the little sad shit that we just got. That was very, very sad. But I want you guys to know that, yes, I'm just a small little guy on the internet, but if you ever need somebody to talk to, please feel free to reach out on Discord. There's also, like, millions of different resources online if you're ever feeling some type of way, or if you ever just need somebody to talk to. But if you're ever feeling that way, please do reach out to people, reach out to your friends, and make sure that you use the resources available, and if nothing else, come talk to Little Fuzzy Worm on Discord. Because you all matter. Every single one of you. But yeah, let's continue the story and get bodied by an eldritch cat. Okay, do something alone. Okay, we've cleaned the apartment already. I don't think there was another option in that. Watch a movie, I guess. You're not tired enough for a nap, but you're too lazy to get started on any of your chores. Felt that. So you decide to watch a movie. You get dressed in your favorite pajamas, make some popcorn with an obscene amount of butter. Gross. I like the very minimal amount of butter, because if it's just too much, then it's just greasy and ugh. Maybe that's just the old man in me at the ripe age of frickin' 22, but... And head over to your armchair. Ah! That's not your armchair, that's his armchair. Only to discover that the cat is already napping in it. You frown a little in thought. Your couch isn't the best angle for optimum TV watching pleasure, but you don't feel like pushing it around and having to put it back later. The only options you have left are to sit on the floor, or move the cat and reclaim your throne. Obvious answer. You decide to sit on the floor. The cat is a guest after all, and you pride yourself on being a good host if nothing else. Well, at least you would if you ever had any guests over. You grab a blanket and some pillows and make a comfy nest in front of the chair. You pop in a random movie from your collection and can tell instantly that it's one of your favorite horror movies. You had me already. Is it, what is my favorite horror movie? Is it Midsummer? Midsummer's really good. I really want to watch the Saw movies still. I'd have to say Midsummer or Summer. You know which one I'm talking about. You've seen it a few times already, but it never fails to get your blood pumping. A few minutes in and you're already invested, getting reacquainted with the story and the characters. The scare won't come until later, but for some reason you feel like something is watching you from behind. Something with golden eyes. You know it's probably nothing, but you feel compelled to check anyway. You peek over your shoulder. Oh! Motherfucker, why did that scare the shit out of me? Sweet Jesus! I got too comfortable with there not being any jump scares. Only to jump out of your skin, jostling a few pieces of popcorn out of the bowl in your lap. The cat is awake and looking right at you. You take a calming breath, recovering from your heart nearly lurching out of your chest, and immediately feel foolish. It's just the cat, of course. It was so quiet you had forgotten it was right behind you. Even though it's the whole reason you're sitting on the floor in the first place. You shakingly pick up the remote, intending to rewind some of the parts you missed. However, as soon as you press the rewind button... Oh, fuck. I thought there was something on the screen. There's just a cat hair on my fucking monitor. The TV shuts off. You blink, confused. Nothing else turned off. The kitchen's dimmed light is still on. The digital clock is still glowing, and the movie player is still rewinding. The power clearly didn't go out, so why? You feel a chill run down your spine as you catch the cat's reflection in the dark TV screen. I don't see a cat. It's still looking at you? Cats stare, silly. It's kind of their thing. They really do. Right? And you're a new addition to its life, of course. It's going to study you closely to see if you're trustworthy. So you mentally reassure yourself. You turn the TV back on. Uh-oh. What? The TV's on, but the movie isn't what's playing on the screen. It's... What in God's name? What am I looking at? I don't even know. It's you? There's an eyeball here, something gold over here. Unless that shit on my screen. I don't think that's anything. That's not on my screen. So there's an eyeball here and an eyeball there. You watch yourself frown on screen as you feel your brow furrow in tandem. It's like footage of you in real life. Like you're being recorded. You feel the familiar sensation of your mind focusing on small details to avoid the bigger picture of your current situation. Avoiding the questions of how this is happening, of who or what is doing this, and why. Okay. Suddenly, your mirrored self smiles and waves at you, all on its own. You don't wave back, too stunned to speak. Oh my god, are we getting some Ring shit in here? The you on the screen doesn't seem to mind, though. It then stands up, walks out of frame, and... A terrified yell rips out of your throat before you can think to stifle it. On screen, in the chair, is the cat. But it's wrong. Oh my god! It's become a large, swollen mass of black fur. It's like a biblically accurate angel. Its twitching pulse rhythmically with its slow, almost methodical breaths. Its mouth is a yawning entrance to a black abyss framed by a set of teeth that look very, very sharp. Its glowing eyes bulge all over its body. It's still looking at you. It doesn't even acknowledge your on-screen persona as they walk back into frame and pet it almost lovingly. Then, the you inside the TV catches one of the cat's fangs flinch at the sudden pain in your palm. You look down, and sure enough, your hand is bleeding. You're not particularly afraid of blood, but for some reason the sight of it leaking out of you sends another chill down your back. A thought, clear and terrible, flashes across your mind. It's not just the mutated cat in the TV that's watching you. Is it? Don't look behind you, don't look behind you, don't look behind you. Don't look behind you. You watch hopelessly as your on-screen self smiles and nods at you, almost encouragingly. They stand in front of the cat's gaping jaws. They look into the deep abyss. And as you're torn between the horrific realization of what's about to happen, and the gripping wonder of what they see looking back at them in that deep, deep darkness, they jump in. Darkness is a sudden presence all around you, pressing in, holding you down. And yet you somehow feel weightless. You can't tell if you're falling, but it doesn't feel like you're laying down or standing either. You feel warm. You feel cold. You feel everything. You feel nothing. You feel nothing. Silent film. Alright, I actually think with that one, I'm gonna call it quits for now. This is honestly really, really cool. And I really like it, despite this beautiful little baby being an eldritch horror. It's very fun. How many endings did we get? We got 13, so that's not too bad. That's not too bad at all. But yeah, honestly, I highly recommend you guys play this game for yourself. It is on itch.io, so that's cool to pay your price. But yeah, this is really, really cool. I highly recommend you guys play it, and like I said earlier, if you are feeling any type of way, feel free to reach out. There's a million resources online. You have your friends, and people are always going to care about you. You guys matter. But with that, I'm gonna call it quits. Wanted Worm, signing off.